Okay, Aphantasia YouTube clip. I hadn't done one of these for a while, at least a couple of weeks anyway. For those that follow some of the stuff I write on Twitter or other places, maybe the Facebook group, we had a piece on BBC One's One Show where they followed some of us around and to the conference and recorded what happened. It was really good. The BBC did a really good job of filming it and editing it and making it really well in terms of how they explained it. And I got a chance to meet up with Chris as well, who came to the conference, and it was just really good. For those that have not seen it, I think you can still watch it if you're in the UK on the iPlayer for probably another couple of days. I think it's 28 days it lasts, and it was broadcast on the 2nd of May, so whenever that would be. Don't ask me to add up, I couldn't do that in my head. But I did want to mention a couple of things. For those that have seen it, there's a bit at the end, towards the end, which is filmed at Westminster University. That part is about my memory, and for those that have followed some of the stuff I've written on the Facebook group regarding SDAM or that see me write about it, I approached a university professor who's written some really interesting papers on episodic memory, and I thought it was a good idea to try and understand better my own ability for a book I'm writing about that condition. And anyway, wrote to the professor. He wrote back and said, yeah, let's talk, which we did. And from that, they decided to do some tests to find out how my episodic memory performs, and from that, other parts of my memory. It was curious. I was there, I think about an hour and a half. I think it was, the tests were conducted. Some of it was things like you see in the clip where I'm drawing. Other things, it was purely remembering and recalling sentences, passages, letters and numbers. I haven't seen the full results yet, but I think from what the professor said, I've got a worse than average memory. How that manifests itself in terms of certain abilities, it's yet to be proven. Hopefully we can do some more testing, or they're going to do some more testing, and I'll share with that as much as I can, or as much as I can even understand or able. But hopefully it might provide you watching with some ideas of yourselves, if you want to find out more or try and understand how it works for you. I mean, there are things I don't understand. I mean, there's one thing that came out in the BBC thing which I hadn't heard before. I've never heard a figure put to how many people potentially have SDAM. Now, when I heard it said on the program, I think it was 1/3 of people with aphantasia can potentially have it. So we're not talking of a massive number in the population, but I was still surprised at how many it was. The thing is, I'm curious to why some have it and some don't. But there doesn't appear to be any logical connection or correlation between those that have it and those that don't. I've not come across anyone that has the same variables in terms of discussing. I mean, I've talked to a few people and I've shared it online, ideas about this, but I still haven't found what would be the key to why, for example, I have it and someone else with aphantasia doesn't. Why would my memory, my episodic memory, be so vastly affected? I don't really know, but that's one of the things that hopefully we're going to explore and try to understand more. So keep watching, keep learning, and hopefully we'll share some more. Follow me on Twitter. You can look up Alan Kendall, Aphantasia. You probably should be able to find me on Twitter. Feel free to follow me. I follow back and have a chat and figure out some of this quirky stuff that's gone on. But I say, if you're in the UK and you can watch the BBC One Show programme from the 2nd, do watch it. It was really good. There was Professor Zeman was on there. There's a few other people. Rob from the Facebook group was also on there. And it's worth just watching, just to get a feel of what it was like for those that weren't able to go as well. Okay, so thanks for watching.